Welcome back, Mountain Lions, to the Red Mountain Radio. As always, I'm your host, Brooklyn Anaya, and today we've got some awesome sports insiders for you, featuring athletes from boys golf and cheer. For those of you who haven't listened in before, in this Sports Insider, we discuss everything surrounding high school sports by getting first-hand personal accounts from the athletes themselves. If you're curious for more, check out last week's episode, which features girls volleyball and swim and dive. Our first interview for this episode is with the mysterious boys golf. Visiting the podcast are athletes Brody Ehrman and Noah Watts. Let's take a listen to that conversation. Hey everyone, I'm here with Brody Ehrman.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And Noah Watts.
Hey, nice to see y'all again.
From the boys golf team. Thank you guys so much for visiting the podcast today. We are really excited to have you guys here, and we should probably start off with your sport, golf. Very mysterious. Nobody really knows what you guys do here except play golf. So will you guys tell me a little bit more about the golf team at Red Mountain High School?
Yeah, no problem. For golf, our matches/games, they consist of 9-hole matches usually. We'll play those once a week against 2 or 3 other teams. Playing against each person on the team, there's 5 people on the team, ranked 1 through 5.
What are you ranked on? What are you?
You know, we rotate around a lot.
We rotate.
No, it kind of stays at 1 most of the time, but we rotate quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, you're just going out and you're trying to take the least amount of strokes as you can, get the ball in the hole.
Yeah, I would agree with everything he said there. I mean, it's a simple game, really. Once you got it down, I mean, it's pretty much it. We got a great team, great group of guys, and should go far this year, so we're excited.
That is great to hear, especially from our Red Mountain athletes. The sport of golf, it's more played by the older generation. You know, guys in their 70s, they've saved up a bunch of money and now they're living in a villa on a golf course. But not so much for younger generations, teens. Will you guys tell me how you guys even got into this sport in the first place?
For me, golf was introduced to me by my dad, but I also feel like it's become a lot more popular among the younger generation in recent years. Definitely. A lot of the baseball guys will get into it, like Noah played baseball first. How did you get into it?
Well, I played baseball here for my first 2 years, and then one of our, alumni now who goes to North Dakota State, Sean Moore, he really introduced me to it. He'd take me out every day with the team, and I got introduced to the team, and we should play every day, and I think playing with better people really helped me improve my game.
Yeah, I think the sport's just grown rapidly ever since COVID, and a lot of people had nothing to do. A lot of kids got into it, and it's become big, but yeah.
It's one of the lesser known sports, but it seems you guys have a very tight-knit community of golf guys. You mentioned previously that there is 5 spots on the golf team. Is there only 5 people? What's the read there?
So there's 10 total people on the team. There's 5 that play that actually count for a match. One of those scores will get dropped at the end of the match. The worst score gets taken out, and then the 4 best scores are all added together against every other team.
Yeah, you said it well. I mean, we practice with the 10. At practice, we'll be practicing with everyone, and we'll usually go off in like groups of 4. So there'll be about 3 groups of 4 that go off, and then it's just like we take our top 5 to away matches, and home matches we usually have 6 because we could choose the roles at our home matches. But yeah, we just take our top 5 and then 4 best scores.
And that's how you win.
Yep, that's how
you win.
That's how
Nice.
numbers.
No, yeah.
In golf, there are a bunch of different, the only golf I've ever really done is Topgolf, so does that really count? Not really. But
It's close enough.
you have so many clubs to choose from, and I'm wondering, what are they all used for? I mean, they're all basically the same thing, are they not?
Well, we got 14 different clubs, so they're all differently lofted.
Well, you only have 13 right now because one might have
I don't know if we can
casualty
talk about
yesterday.
that.
Oh.
No, yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm a little bit of a rage monster, so I had a little snap yesterday on my driver. It's about a $400 fix, but I don't know why he has to bring that up. Like, it's whatever, though. But, yeah, so back to it. We got 14 clubs. So there's high-lofted clubs and low-lofted clubs, like your driver. Your driver's going to go the furthest. And then we got, like, wedges. Wedges are meant to go high and spin so you can hit the green at an angle. And then, obviously, your putter. So, yeah, you know what a putter is?
It's like putt-putt golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
For rolling it on the green. Each club's just got a different yardage, different idea to it for different distances. That's about it.
What's your guys' favorite club to use?
Driver.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's a driver, but I don't really have one of them anymore. So, yeah, I'd probably say a driver too.
like the sandwich too a lot.
Yeah.
Sandwich?
Sand wedge.
Sand wedge.
Yeah, hit some flop shots with the lob or sand wedge.
He's not very good at flop shots, though. I mean, his score really shows that.
Some beef
Alright,
going
okay.
on.
No, I mean, yeah, we have low beef, but, like, it's just kind of, we're making ourselves better through, like, friendly beef.
Friendly
Yeah.
competition,
Yeah.
you know.
Friendly
You got to
fire.
push each other hard, really.
Speaking of pushing each other really hard and being on the same team as teammates, how does the camaraderie on the golf team help kind of foster that competitive environment? Because golf, it's a very kind of mellow, chill sport. And I would like to know, how do you guys get that energy, that fire to come out and win?
Yeah, you know, it's usually really quiet and depressing out there on the golf course, and if you're not having a good round, it can be really hard because there's really nobody out there cheering you on. But you know, I try my best when I see my teammates out along the holes, try and give some words of encouragement, keep it loud, get the guys going, keep it rolling for all the guys, and
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's usually quiet on a golf course. I mean, you're supposed to be quiet, just respectful towards other players, so you try and stay quiet. But I think once we see each other, like, walking through fairways, you know, we always try and give an encouraging message, and we have a great team camaraderie. We all encourage each other and are all boys.
yeah, great group of guys.
All guys.
All guys.
Okay.
Oh boy. Since you guys are in the first season of our sports quarters, you guys play during the summer, the later summer months. And it's very hot in Arizona, you know. We're one of the hottest states in the United States. And when you golf, all you're doing is standing out there in the sun. How is that?
It's hot. It's brutal.
It is. I mean, at the beginning of the year, we had to take a heat warning class. So, like, if our guys, like, I mean,
Start seeing signs of heat stroke or anything.
yeah. I mean,
'cause,
we've definitely all been there before.
yeah,
It's not great.
You're out there walking for 3 hours in the sun. It's all about just drinking water because you're sweating a lot out there.
No, yeah, I mean, we've all definitely yacked it up a few times for sure, like on a green, but
Sometimes you'll stand up, get a little lightheaded,
Yeah.
a little dizzy, but you know, it goes away. Keep chugging water and you'll be all right.
Let's turn this back around more to the individual aspect of the golf game. It is more of an individual sport, would you say?
yeah, I'd agree, yeah, for sure.
And since golf is an individual sport, I would like to know how you guys individually approach golf as a sport, because a lot of people would argue that golf is not a real sport.
Ooh, yeah.
And you know what? I don't think that's true. Seeing you guys out there, you guys definitely put a lot of effort into everything you do, and that's what makes a sport, you know? Winning, trying hard. So, I want to know, what's your guys' response to people who say that golf is not a sport?
I mean, golf's one of the toughest sports to learn and play out there. It's got one of the largest skill gaps from somebody who's just learning how to golf to a professional golfer. Covering that skill level is one of the hardest things to do. And it takes so much time, and there's so many things that go into making a good swing to produce a good ball flight, and it's a struggle.
Yeah, I would agree. I think golf's probably I played sports all my life, played basketball, baseball, a little bit of football, and I think golf mentally is definitely the most challenging. I wouldn't say physically, obviously, but mentally it'll get you more than any other one.
There's a lot of technique that goes into golf.
Oh, yeah.
You guys ever try, what is it, the one there where they run up and hit the golf ball?
Happy
Oh,
Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've done that a few times.
Does it work?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't say it works. No.
No.
I
we
wouldn't
can
say it.
So
we
don't
can
try
bust
it.
that
Not as good
myth.
as you think,
It's
no.
not gonna be better than your regular shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you guys really good at, like, putt-putt golf, like mini golf?
Oh,
Better than the average person, maybe.
yeah, but it's not like nothing crazy. Like I'm not holing that John every time. But
I mean, I feel like it goes in the hole every time I putt it when I'm playing putt.
yeah, I feel like your scores don't reflect that. But I mean, eventually they will. I know you're on a little bit of a come up here, so I think they will. But I understand that mindset that you have going right now.
Yeah, I'll just have to show you, man.
I've been waiting all season, but yeah, soon. I believe in you. You know I do. So
All right. That was passive aggressive is the best way to put it.
encouraging.
Yeah, encouragement for sure. Let's talk about meets, golf meets. What do they look like? I want to know kind of the vibe we got going at most golf meets.
Well, I wouldn't call it a meet. It's more of like a tournament, like
Oh.
a match. Like I mean, but yeah, it just depends on how much teams are there. If you're close with the other guys or not. Like sometimes they get a little bit tight out there. Like if you don't like the guy, like you could maybe see some hands being thrown up. like golf gets serious for sure, but like I would never. I've seen it. I would never do it.
Sportsmanlike.
Yeah, it's very unsportsmanlike. It's very sad to see in this traditional game. But
Yeah.
I would say it's just like any other thing. There's like teams, coaches. Everyone's got their own coolers, own snacks. It's pretty chill for the most part.
Yeah, usually not a lot of people, just kind of a few parents walking around out there. It's pretty boring, to be honest.
Boring?
It's boring to watch.
Yeah, it's terrible to watch.
And then you just kind of are either having fun while you're playing or you're really mad.
You guys are like flaming all the PGA fans.
No, I mean,
I love the PGA.
they're definitely a little bit better than us. So like, you know,
That's a
little
little
bit.
more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because they're just a little bit better than us,
But
Just a teeny
by
bit.
just a hair.
yeah, I mean, someday when we're there, I mean, because we will be there.
Yeah, no soon.
Is that your plan, PGA?
Yeah, I think was planning on LPGA. I was gonna go to Live or PGA, but yeah, it should be great. But we watch it a lot. We're excited
Wait,
for the PGA.
is the PGA right? Like, is that
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
what it's
yeah. You
called.
got that. No,
My research was about to fail. on
no.
me.
I just thought Noah was going D3 first.
Well, I mean, D3 is a little bit of an understatement there. I already got a few offers, so it's like, it's whatever.
Where are your offers from? Can I ask?
Vanderbilt.
Oh,
Vanderbilt. Wow.
that's a really good one, bro. I'm proud of you.
It's
How
impressive.
come you hadn't
I've
told
been trying
the
to
team
keep
yet?
it on the low.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to. I'm trying to stay
we'll
humble.
wait to release that on the
Trying to stay
podcast.
humble. Yeah, probably wait.
Well,
till
this goes out like next week.
Oh, okay,
so
perfect.
Yeah, it's
he'll
perfect.
release it
I'll
by.
have it posted
That'll
up
be
by
out by
then.
next Monday. Then.
do it for the gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I'm the first one to hear. Anything else?
Oh, yes. Actually, we still got a whole podcast to make.
Oh,
Let's keep going.
You mentioned earlier that there are a lot of heated rivalries in golf. Thrown hands, I heard. That's
Yeah.
quite something.
no, yeah, it is.
What kind of rivalries does the Red Mountain golf team have? I mean, Mountain View.
Obviously,
Obviously.
Mountain View, like
Mountain View's a big one.
the other bums over there, at Mountain View.
Wait, I don't think we can have that on here, can we?
Oh,
It's fine. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep all of this on here.
I think this is great. I think this is going to be
Yeah.
one of your most entertaining pods.
No, I agree. I mean, yeah, Mountain View is. I mean, they're bums. They notorious. I don't know. How would you describe it, Erm? They're besides bony.
we played a tournament against them recently. We'll talk about this a little bit.
Ooh.
Remember our match play tournament?
Match
Match play tournament against Mountain View, and
Yes.
there was their coach may have given them a team instruction that kind of just showed their values.
It rubbed us the wrong way.
It showed their values.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, so in golf, if you hit it really close to the hole, like let's say within like 6 inches, and you're playing match play, so like
Which
your
is
stroke
just
doesn't
against one
matter.
other person. You're
Yeah.
just against one other person. So that other person can give you that putt if it's
Yeah,
really
like,
close. They'll just say that's good. You don't need to hit it because
Because you know you're gonna make it.
Because you know you're gonna make it. It's like 6 inches. But I mean, I guess Mountain View had a bone to pick with us.
we received no putts.
We received no putts. I mean, we were giving it to them all day, and they were just kind of, just just
Being
there.
unsportsmanlike.
Yeah,
Reflects character to me.
it does. It truly does reflect character and what they have to bring to the golf universe.
Golf universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also, we love all the guys at Corona, but we do have a rivalry cup tournament with them. That's a
Corona's
fun
great,
one
though.
every year. Great
Yeah.
guys though.
Great.
That's just kind of a golf rivalry, but a long-term friendship with most of them.
Yeah. Not Mountain View though.
Not
Mountain View.
Toros down.
Toros.
Yeah.
down.
I mean,
You could say that.
yeah. I wouldn't say our scores reflect Toros down, but I would say that our mindsets do in a way.
Mind over matter, guys.
Some
Yeah,
of our scores
yeah.
do, but
yeah.
First and foremost, not only are you guys athletes, but you are student athletes. Not only do you have your sport, but you also have all your homework, all your classes. How do you guys kind of balance that?
no, I mean, it's definitely very hard because plus all that, we're always with the guys every weekend. Like, homework's really not a priority for the kids, to be honest. But when we make it a priority, our team.
We get it done.
Yeah.
It's not a first priority in our brain, but we know it has to be done.
We're gentlemen and scholars, so we get it done for sure. But, I'm just coming back right about 45 minutes before this podcast. I just came off of like a 61 on my quiz. I just didn't have time to study. I mean, honestly last night I was a little distracted. I was a little distracted not only with my golf game, but I had to do what had to be done.
Gentlemen and scholars.
Yeah, I was being a gentleman last night. I had to go. I won't get in too deep with that, but I was being a gentleman and a scholar. So yeah, that's how I would describe.
I don't think anybody has described themselves as a gentleman and a scholar in the last century.
I would definitely describe him as a gentleman or scholar. I think those are two perfect.
I would say that about you as well. Both.
Yeah,
gentleman and a scholar.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
Attributes.
100%.
Is that a requirement for being on the golf team? The boys.
I would say, yeah, Mr. Campos. He picks. I mean, I'd say that's not a requirement.
No.
Our coach Campos takes huge pride in how our team looks and presents ourselves, and so we all take that really important to ourselves and the team. I feel like we're all responsible. And
one thing I ask every sports team that has been on here, whether it be flag football, girls volleyball, boys volleyball, bless their hearts, trivia is not their friend. One thing that I do ask everybody though is stories from your last season or even from this season that just will stick with you, throughout college, throughout the rest of your life. One thing that you tell your kids.
I would say we went to Kansas as a team.
What?
So yeah,
that was awesome. We got to go to a K-State football game, play some super cool top-ranked courses in the country.
No, yeah, and a few things happened there. A lot of things happened there. Things didn't go our way at all. Like transportation wise, like we got delayed 6 hours. Got to Kansas. They didn't have our van. They gave away our rental van. 3-hour drive. Got to the hotel. No rooms. Our coach's room actually got broken into. They stole his bed sheets.
The lodge was a little sketchy, but we made it out the thick, and we ended up in a lodge on one of the courses.
You could.
Hills.
One of my good friends, Lil Baby, has once said, "From rags to riches," which is what we did there in Kansas.
Your good friend is
Lil Baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're actually boys.
Oh, you guys are G's?
Yeah. He dabbles with the golf team.
Oh, dabbles.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah, he'll come out with us and practice occasionally.
Yes.
Great swing. Great guy.
Dude's got a mean putting stroke.
Before we have to wrap it up, Brody and Noah, there is a tradition on this podcast. It involves some trivia.
Oof.
Yeah. Ooh. Pretty competitive.
Okay.
Pretty high stakes stuff, actually, I would say. Yeah, we got some competitors on here. Are you guys up for some trivia?
Yes.
I think so.
Let me explain the rules. You have 10 seconds to answer a question after I ask it. If you answer correctly, you will get 3 points, and if not, you will get nothing. I'll give you 3 regular questions worth 3 points, and 1 bonus question worth 5 points for a total of 14 points. At the end of this season, the sport that has the most points in sports trivia will win a sports trivia bragging rights trophy. It's a physical item. It's an actual thing.
Wow.
So far, badminton has a perfect score, 14 points. Yep.
So would there be a playoff?
There would if anybody manages to tie them.
Well, I think we're going to tie him here right now today.
Oh, yeah? You guys going to?
Mm-hmm. I would hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so too. Give it some competition.
I know so.
All right. Do you guys think you can do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Full belief.
Let's get to it. Our first question is, what does the PGA in PGA of America stand for?
Professional Golf Association.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
That's correct. 1 point.
Whoa.
All right.
I thought that was 3.
Oh, you're right. 3 points. Okay. Sorry, I almost cheated you guys on that one.
Wow.
No worries.
Not fun. All right. It's okay, golf rules, right?
Yeah.
So, our next question is, a whole stroke of 1 under par is known as a what?
Birdie.
Correct.
That was quick. Yeah, that's right. So right now you guys have 6 points. Keep it up. The next question is, and this one's kind of requires some media awareness, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Oh, I found a ton.
Yeah,
here we go.
You could say brain rot.
Eldrick Taunt Woods, one of the most famous golfers, is known by which name?
Tiger.
That is correct.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger.
The greatest of all
We
time.
played together one time, actually.
Oh, yeah?
It was a little stroke play that me and him did back in the day.
It was at Augusta, right?
Augusta, yes. Yeah. I won by a few, but I just try to stay humble through it all.
Right. And that's why you're still in the high school team and not on a D1 college right now.
Well, he's still a junior.
Yeah, I'm a junior. I'm only 14, so when people, I'm a young junior too, I think. Is that young for a junior?
Wait, are you actually 14?
Yeah.
Right now, you guys have 9 points, and if you manage to get the next one correct, you will have 14 points and be on par, literally. Actually, I don't know if that's...
Oh,
No, that's
it.
Yeah,
That's
You
it.
used that perfectly. Well done.
Ooh, golf lingo. So, the last question, the bonus question, the big one is, how many dimples are on a standard golf ball? But wait, I will take answers within 2 numbers of the true answer, because every golf ball is kind of different.
Oh,
Okay, let's think this.
God.
know
So
it's-
how much time do we have?
All right.
So it's 1 times 3, 6, 7, 6, 7, 9, 8. Do you think you know this?
No.
I'm gonna
It's
go
either-
like, I was gonna go like
There's
136.
2 numbers that are coming at me.
Okay.
It's either,
Okay.
It's either like around that or like somewhere around just over 100.
I'm like 180, like 200, around 250. I'm gonna go like 270 to like I'm gonna go. Give me like a 400 for. Give me like a 370,
I don't
360.
know. It could be anywhere.
I'm gonna go like I'm gonna lock in my final answer with 374.
The answer is... The answer is 336 dimples.
Wow, that's a lot of dimples.
Yeah, that is a lot of dimples. I would have never thought, honestly, looking at
I
a
was
golf
looking
ball.
in the hundreds, to be
I
honest.
was honestly thinking hundreds too, but life throws curveballs at you. Congrats to badminton. I mean,
So we won't be seeing you guys in the playoff.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that was a little bit of a trick question there.
Who knows that?
No, I mean, sometimes I can't.
You guys never just sat down and counted a golf ball?
No, I mean,
I think it'd be hard to do with a circle. Just a little bit.
I can't. I don't have the attention span for that. Once again, I love my phone. I love brain rot. I'm dedicated.
You could call it that.
Yeah, I'm dedicated to my game, dedicated to golf. Like, Lil Baby is #1 GOAT of all time. And I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to our coach, Campos. He's a dog. He's been going through it, but he's a dog. I mean, he's always barking at you. Like, he's a dog.
And
he's
then
not.
Pow Dog.
Yeah, your
two
coach
great
Powell.
guys.
Our coach Powell, he's a dog too.
No, for real though. Huge shout out to our coaches. Yeah. Coach Campos is really out there just trying to make sure we enjoy it the best we can and do our best. And he's truly there for all of us and wants to see us do our best. They got some bark to them. We love our coaches.
Yeah, prayers up to my dog.
Thanks, guys, so much for all your fun
Thanks for
insights
having us on.
Thanks for having us,
the
for sure.
sport of golf. And I think we can safely conclude after this podcast that golf is in fact a real sport.
No, 100%.
100%
So-
it is.
There you go,
Yeah.
all you non-believers of golf.
Yeah.
Well, looks like our time is up. Thank you
Ah.
for coming on here, guys.
Yeah.
It was
Anytime.
fun.
Thanks for being
Sweet.
great athletes and making Red Mountain a better community.
Yeah, we try.
Hope to be
We
back.
try.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
All right, thanks.
For sure.
Everyone, that was Brody Ehrman and Noah Watts from Boys Golf. The golf season is wrapping up, so make sure to come watch your athletes next week, Wednesday and Thursday, for their last golf tournament. We were so glad to have them on the podcast, and make sure to check them out. Next up, we have Maggie McTaggart and Eva Schmelter from Cheer. We're super excited to hear about their sport, so let's not delay any further and jump right in. Hey listeners, I'm here with Maggie McTaggart
Hey guys.
and Eva Schmelter
Hi.
from Red Mountain Cheer. Thank you guys so much for being here on the podcast. We're super excited to see you guys. How's the cheer season going so far?
Our season has been really great so far. We have our first competition this Saturday, but so far we've been cheering on our boys on the sidelines, and it's just been really fun with the team.
Yeah, we've had a really great season so far. I think right now we're 7-0 for football, which is a really good score for this year.
Nice. And is your scoring based off of how the football team does, or do you guys get scored individually? I'm just asking, how do you guys win in cheer? We don't really see the competition.
Yeah.
We always see you guys on the sidelines having fun, but we
Mhm.
never really see the grit that goes into it. I'm curious.
Aside from cheering our football and basketball teams on the sideline, we also do competitions, which a lot of people don't realize. We compete a game day routine, which consists of dancing, cheering, stunting, and tumbling, and then a show cheer routine, which is the same things but also jumps and kicks and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so competitions are super fun. Basically, we go to a different high school. First, we complete our game day routine, which is mostly to help get the crowd excited for the game. And then our show cheer routine is to show off our most difficult stunts and tumbling tricks. And those are both really fun, and they take a lot of practice. We practice at least 5 times a week, and most of our practices consist of preparing for competitions.
That is super interesting. It's really nice to hear that our cheer team works so hard to be so successful because you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Been to a few football games and I'm like, dang, those cheerleaders, they just throw each other. Is it scary flying all the way up in the air?
I've never flown, but even being under the stunt, throwing it and just having someone come land on you that you have to catch, it can be a little scary.
Yeah, one of our main practice rules is that whatever happens, we always have to catch our flyer because me and Maggie are both bases, so we're always catching our top girls if they fall.
Does that require a lot of strength?
Very much a lot of strength. So in a stunt group, you have a flyer, a main base, a side base, and a back spot. And no matter what, you have to catch your flyer. So you have to be strong enough to never let anything drop or else you have to run.
Cardio?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You guys mentioned that it takes a whole stunt group to successfully execute a stunt. What kind of exercises do you guys do off of the field to build that camaraderie between stunt groups to kind of foster a lot of trust? Because, I mean, it's got to take a lot of trust.
For sure.
Letting them catch you and throw you.
Yeah. It takes a lot of trust. I mean, her life is literally in our hands. So when we do a lot of team bonding, a lot of encouraging each other, because that really is what gets us through full outs and stuff. We really help each other through that, so make sure that we trust each other.
For me, mostly just being able to trust each other is really important, of course, and most of this trust just comes from repeating the stunts over and over again to make sure that we have all of our right technique, because stunting, even though it may look a bit simple, it takes a lot of correct technique to execute it correctly so that our top girls' ankles don't roll and they fall, and so that our backs don't hurt when we're under the stunts as well.
Mm-hmm.
One of the key things for us is reps. We have to do reps after rep to make sure that hitting that stunt one time wasn't just luck.
To perfect it, to really
Yes.
build that muscle memory.
Yes.
Speaking of muscles, I'm assuming you guys get really great biceps from being cheerleaders. Oh yeah, the football boys can't compete with that
Yeah,
kind of
for
show.
sure.
Oh goodness. One thing I do want to address, I know in the media world, cheerleaders really get a bad rap, especially on Netflix originals. Looking at you, Netflix. I just want to know, is there anything you guys want to address with that? Because from talking to you guys are really great people, and cheerleaders shouldn't get this kind of rap that they do, honestly. You guys are very talented and very committed. Anything you guys want to say about that?
I think the stereotypical cheerleader, you think it's just some girl cheering the boys on the sideline, but really what people don't see is how much work we truly put in to not only our spirit for our school, but also to build our team strength and just to work for that win. Because just like a football team and a volleyball team, we want to win for our school and our team also. People just don't see how much work we truly put in.
Yeah, I think cheerleaders just get a bad rap, and these cheer girls that I know, they are some of the nicest girls I've ever met in my life, and because we're cheerleaders, we're always encouraging each other at practices, outside of practices, for schoolwork, on the sidelines. They're just so encouraging and supportive no matter what we're doing, and it's just really nice to be around them.
It's not just a sport, it's a lifestyle.
For sure.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's an attitude. Go into everything with 110%. Do you guys bring that into the school environment? Because not only are you athletes, but you're also student athletes. And balancing that school and sports can be very difficult.
It's a big challenge having to balance both of those things, but I think communication with your teachers is key, because if we're going to miss school for a game or a comp or something, you really have to let them know so that you can figure that out. And also just being committed to both. We really have to be determined.
Recently, I've been getting a lot of extra help with my schoolwork. I've been studying with my friends and helping my friends with their schoolwork, and it's just been really helping me keep on track with school and do all of my work at the nighttime, because I can get really unmotivated after practices. But having my friends there to help me with my work and walk it through together, it just really helps to keep my life balanced with school and cheer.
That's great to know that, you're not only one thing. You can be multiple things, and you can be successful at all of them. That's amazing, and that's why we go to Red Mountain, because Red Mountain is the best. Woo!
Yes.
Leading in to that, I know football and a lot of other sports have rivalries against other schools. We were just talking to the volleyball girls, and there's some bad blood between Mountain View and us. And I want to know, is it the same for cheer? I mean, I know you go to competitions and stuff, but is that interaction the same?
Depending on the teams that we are competing against, sometimes there's a bit of a rivalry with, oh, you beat me last year, I need to beat you this year. At games, we have the same rivals like Mountain View, but at competitions, we do have different rivals for different comps.
Yeah, and even though there are rivals, a lot of us are friends with girls on other cheer teams. Like, I know a lot of people on the Mountain View cheer team, and I know a lot of other girls know a lot of other cheerleaders from other schools. And even though we're rivals, we still have, like, good connections, I think.
So it's more like a friendly.
Yeah, that's what I
when
would
you
say.
see him later, you're like, oh, hey, I beat you. What's up? Let's go for ice cream. That's nice to hear. Friends, rivals, all the same. It's a small world, the sports world. Now looking at you guys individually, will you guys tell me what specifically motivated you to be involved with cheer? What part of your life was the moment that you realized, I'm going to be a cheerleader, and that's my life, that's my track?
Honestly, it didn't really hit me that I wanted to be a cheerleader until right before freshman year. I've been a tumbler my whole life, so I've been going to tumbling for ages since I was about like 5 years old, and I've always been a good tumbler, and just like seeing these girls on the sidelines throwing these awesome tricks that I'd love to be able to do in front of people, and like dancing and like being with their friends and stunting, that all just like really appealed to me as a child because it looked super fun, but also like it took a lot of hard work, and I think that my expectations have been mostly fulfilled being on the team.
Same. I did dance and tumbling since I was 3 years old. And so right when I came to a Red Mountain football game and I saw those girls cheering on the sidelines, I knew that I wanted to flip on that track and just cheer on the boys at the games.
Pursue cheer life. Sitting at a football game on the sidelines, one thing that the spectators, us, we really notice is the creative cheers that you guys come up with to kind of rally the crowd and get us in on the whole cheerleading act. I want to know, how do you guys come up with those creative cheers?
So our upperclassmen and seniors often make new cheers every year before they leave. So that's how we have ended up with so many. But every season, our team also works together to make any tweaks on them that we want to do, and also just collaborate to make the best cheer that we think will be most effective cheering them on and that the crowd will interact with. Our favorite cheers are when the crowd chants it with us, because then we feel like we're doing something.
Hyping them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Maggie about how we really love interactive cheers. We love it when the crowd does it with us or when they yell it with us. And I think just like it's really cool how all of our cheers is like a collection of all of the cheerleaders before us, all of the seniors that have been here, and they're really fun cheers. I really love them.
How does your guys' coach help spur the creative process of these cheers? Because obviously it's not just the athletes themselves. It's got to be coach approved. You know, can't be shouting random stuff at the crowds. I want to know, how does your coach help that process?
Yeah, so whenever we learn a new cheer, obviously the person who made it would teach it to the rest of the team, and then obviously we'll all learn it. And then once we learn it, our coach will, if they have any ideas for it, they'll like split us up into groups, and the two groups will both try different motions for the cheer, and then the coaches will watch and see which one would look better, like if they were a spectator from the stands, and then they'll ask us how we feel about it, and then if we all like one motion better than the other one, then we'll obviously choose that one. So they really help like narrow down and like make sure that our cheers look good to the spectators as well.
They're hard on us in ways that we need, but they're also really supportive for us, especially when it comes to giving us our own say in what cheers we want to perform.
You know, as a coach, you got to be kind of tough on the players, but it's all about fostering that growth between the team, and that's how you make a great team, which is Red Mountain Cheer. You guys are awesome. Speaking of Red Mountain Cheer, leading into our next kind of topic that all of our athletes like to talk about, because I think it's the best part of this whole podcast, is the stories that we get to hear from cheerleaders and athletes alike. Are there any stories from cheers last season that you feel the world needs to hear?
Okay, so one of my favorite memories last year was when I was on JV last year. We had 5 competitions, and we actually got first at 3 of them. So that was a
Word.
really cool experience for us. But our varsity team actually got first at state last year, which is actually really hard to do. And they put so much work in, and it was such a cool thing to see all those girls winning state for our school.
Yeah, that was a really big moment for us last year. Our cheer team has only won state twice, and one of them was last year. So obviously I loved that one too. But I think that my favorite memory from this year was the football game against LA Queen Creek, because it was such a close game and it was so fun getting the crowd hyped for it, and they were so interactive the whole time, and it was really fun to cheer to them.
Oh, that's great. Cheering on our school and winning. That's important. Before we have to wrap it up, Maggie, Eva, there is a certain tradition on the podcast, and it involves trivia.
Okay.
So it's a little bit competitive and also kind of has to do with, being a student, being smart, which I'm sure you guys both are. So are you guys up for a little round of trivia?
Yeah, we're ready.
Totally.
All right. Let me explain the rules. You will have 10 seconds to answer a question after I ask the question. If you answer correctly, you'll get 3 points, and if you don't answer correctly, you get nada. You will have 3 regular questions worth 3 points for a total of 9 points, and 1 bonus question worth 5 points, which can bring your total up to 14 points. Badminton has 14 points, they got everything right, and we're looking for somebody to challenge them. So do you guys think you can do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get to it. Our first question is, what are straddle jumps also known as?
Toe touches.
Final answer?
Yes.
The correct answer is toe touches. Our next question is, while stunting, the person that is lifted in the air is commonly called what?
The flyer.
The correct answer is flyer. Good job, guys. Right now, you have 6 points. That is, I can't do math. That's 8 points away from badminton. Keep the roll going, guys. All right. The next question, and this one's a true or false, so you at least got a 50-50 chance. The sport of cheerleading will be included in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. True or false?
I don't think so.
I know there was someone I think there was a petition for
5.
I think
I'm gonna say
false.
false.
Okay, false.
False.
The correct answer is false.
Okay.
Cheerleading will not be included in the 2028 Olympics, which is sad because it's such a cool sport. You guys should get that recognition. For our last question, the bonus question worth 5 points. If you guys get this one right, I'm actually so stoked.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's kind of hard. It's a little bit of history of cheerleading in this one, so so hope you guys studied up. I don't know, maybe you guys will take this one in the bag. Maybe you'll pull up some core memory and realize that you actually do know the answer. So, the next question is, in what year did the first known cheerleading take place?
Oh, I have no idea. I feel like
maybe 1950.
no. I think
No, it
before
was
that.
3,
No, yeah.
1904.
1904.
1904.
1904.
Yeah.
Sure.
You guys are kind of 8 years ahead. You were close. The answer is 1898.
Hey, that's
Not
bad.
full. 6 years ahead. I'm sorry. My math fails me. 1898. So good guess. And it was actually started by a man named Johnny Campbell.
Oh,
So
wow.
guys can do cheerleading too.
Yes, they can. College cheer is so cool.
Period. All right. Well, you guys clocked out with a total of 9 points, which is better than both footballs, girls and boys. Tied with cross country. Did way better than boys beach volleyball. Bless their souls. And I think you also did better than girls volleyball, right? Yeah. For reference, looking at the editor who knows all of what we did. I can't remember half of it, right? Okay, well, anyway, sum it up. You guys did freaking amazing. So, amazing job to you girls. And thanks, guys, so much for just being on this podcast. You guys were really fun to talk to. And keep on cheerleading. Keep on hyping people up and making Red Mountain proud. So, thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was great to hear from our Mountain Lion athletes. You can come watch cheer at any football game. They're sure to be out on the field cheering our Mountain Lions football on. Come out and support cheer at the next football game on Friday. Varsity starts at 7 p.m. Well, listeners, that's it for this week's episode. We heard some great stories and got great insight on boys golf with athletes Brody Ehrman and Noah Watts. And it was cool to hear about cheer with Maggie McTaggart and Eva Schmelter. Coming up next time on Sports Insider, girls golf and the Fall Sports Insider recap. Tune in next week to get the full scoop on this sport and hear the recap of the Fall Sports Insider. Thanks again for tuning into episode 5, season 4 of the Fall Sports Insider, featuring Brody Ehrman, Noah Watts, Maggie McTaggart, and Eva Schmelter. Thanks to them for joining me today. You can follow us on Instagram at Red Mountain Radio, spelled REDMTNRADIO, to receive updates on episode drops and fun behind-the-scenes insights. I'm your host, Brooklyn Anaya, and thanks again for joining me for this Sports Insider episode. Today's episode was written by Brooklyn Anaya. Our directors are Brooklyn Anaya and Connor Sampson. Our producers are Mr. Kelly from RMTV, Brooklyn Anaya, and Connor Sampson. Our sound engineer is Connor Sampson. Thank you to Connor Sampson for mixing and editing the sound. Thank you to our special guests for this episode, Brody Ehrman, Noah Watts, Maggie McTaggart, and Eva Schmelter. And last, but certainly not least, thanks to you, listener, for tuning in today. Your support is what keeps us making episodes. This was Season 4, Episode 5 of the Sports Insider on cheer and boys golf by the Red Mountain Radio. What punchline should I do this time?